Today is literally my 28th birthday, and I've stopped saving for retirement. Now, I know this sounds extremely crazy given all the content I've talked about before, but here's the thing. The way most of us are told to prepare for the future, well, it just doesn't work anymore, at least not for me. We've all been told the same thing for years. Max out your 401k, open up that Roth IRA, and just let compound interest do its work. It's been the standard advice that's been passed down through generations. We're supposed to trust that if we follow this path, everything is going to turn out fine and we're magically going to be able to retire comfortably at 65, right? But here's the truth. I've stopped. And no, it's not because I don't believe in preparing for the future. I'm actually more committed now, more than ever, to building wealth. And it's just that I've found a better way to do it. One that lets me live life on my own terms without waiting another 40 years to experience the benefits of it. You see, when I started investing in my early 20s, I was just following the typical advice that everyone gives you. I opened a retirement account, I made a few deposits and thought, hey, I'm set. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be, and everything is going to be great. But here's what no one told me. You see, saving for retirement nowadays, it's just not enough because life doesn't stop for another 40 years while you wait for that retirement account to grow. Unexpected things happen, emergencies, opportunities, and completely changes in your lifestyle. It's all part of the journey. And I started to realize that locking my money away until I'm 65, well, it just doesn't make sense for me. The more I think about it, the more uneasy I become. Why am I putting my money into a system that's not gonna let me touch it for decades? What if something happens before I even get there? And that's what has completely changed everything for me. I'll never forget the moment when my dad sat me down when I was 13 years old. He wanted to teach me about investing and show me his strategy. He told me, max out your retirement accounts and one day you're going to retire rich. It was the same advice that he had followed for his entire life. He worked hard, he saved diligently, and he invested wisely. But then life threw a devastating curveball. You see, he was diagnosed with brain cancer and he was given just 1 year to live. Now, he didn't even make it to retirement. Watching my dad go through that was a huge turning point for me. He had spent his entire life thinking that one day, after 65, he'd be able to relax and enjoy the fruits of his labor. But all of that effort, all of those plans that he had, they were cut short at 52 years old. He never got to enjoy the life that he had worked so hard to build. That experience made me start questioning everything. Why are we working so hard, day in and day out, sacrificing so much for a future that might not ever come? Now, my dad didn't get to enjoy the money that he had saved, and this made me realize something extremely important. I don't necessarily want to wait. I want to live now. I need to create a financial plan that gives me the flexibility and control to live life on my own terms while I'm still young. So I've made a pretty massive decision. I stopped saving for retirement in the traditional way. But don't get me wrong, I'm still investing for my future. I've just shifted my focus to strategies that allow me to build wealth while still enjoying life along the way. You see, instead of locking my money away in retirement accounts and not touching it for decades, I'm building wealth through real estate, through dividend paying stocks and other income generating assets that give me more control and flexibility over my money. Now, let me explain why I think these strategies give me more freedom than just maxing out my 401k. First, let's talk about real estate. You see, the property that I own now, it's not just sitting here, it's actually working for me. Every single month, it's bringing me in rental income that helps cover my mortgage and it's building me cash flow. This means that I'm building wealth now. I'm not waiting 40 years to tap into it. The beauty of real estate is that I can control it in a way that I can't when my stocks are locked away in retirement accounts. I can increase the value of my property through renovations. I can raise rent over time and generate cash flow that grows year after year. Real estate allows me to have more money working for me today, giving me both financial stability and the ability to enjoy life along the way. But that's not all. You see, I'm still investing in the stock market too. It's just a little bit of a different focus. Instead of relying on traditional retirement accounts, I focus on ETFs and dividend stocks that are going to pay me consistently. Dividend stocks in particular, well, they give me a reliable source of passive income without having to wait decades to see the benefits. And the best part is, I've automated everything. I've set up my investments so that way they grow on autopilot, which means I don't have to micromanage my portfolio or worry about any sort of market fluctuations. The investments are building themselves while I'm focusing on living my life. Whether I'm traveling, I'm working on a new project, or I'm just spending time with friends or family, I can be doing whatever it is that I want. Now, don't get me wrong. It's still important for me and anybody to plan for retirement. I'm not saying that you should just throw out the idea of preparing for the future altogether. Having a retirement strategy in place is key to ensuring long-term financial security. But here's what I've realized, that simply saving for retirement isn't the ultimate solution if you want to unlock life's true potential. You see, the real key to freedom is scaling up your income. If you really want to build wealth and enjoy life, it's not about saving. It's about increasing what you're earning, creating more cash flow, and building multiple income streams. That's what's going to allow you to live life on your own terms. By focusing on increasing my income through real estate, dividend stocks, and other ventures, I've been able to create financial foundation that is going to support both my future and my present. Now, it's about having the freedom to pursue opportunities as they come up and not just waiting until I'm 65. The advice that most of us were given is save 15% of your income, max out your retirement accounts, and you're going to retire rich. It's outdated. Inflation is eating away at your savings, and the markets are more and more unpredictable than ever. And what happens if you need your money sooner? Well, it's locked away. And that's why I wanted to take a different approach, one where I can take advantage of opportunities today and not just wait till I'm 65. That's why I've shifted to building multiple income streams. And I'm talking about real estate, dividend stocks, YouTube here, freelancing, side hustles. The goal is really, really simple for each venture that I'm working on. Never rely on just one source of income. I've learned that having multiple streams of income provides financial security and flexibility. Now, if one stream dries up or it takes a hit, I have others to fall back on, because here's the truth. You can't save your way to wealth. It's about earning more. It's about letting multiple income streams compound over time. And it's about setting yourself up for financial freedom. And the fact of the matter is, no, you don't need to be a millionaire to start. You just need to diversify and start small and be consistent. A few $100s in dividend stocks or a side hustle can grow into something meaningful over time. If you're only focused on traditional retirement savings, you're putting all of your eggs into one basket, and there's just too much that can go wrong with that. Now, for me, I didn't want to gamble on whether my retirement plan would work out in 40 years, and that's why I've evolved my strategy now to make sure that I have financial security and freedom to enjoy life along the way. I don't want to be 65 and then have everything just plummet. I want to live life on my terms while still building wealth for the future. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, okay, I don't want to wait until retirement either, here's what you can do. Start by diversifying. Don't just focus on retirement accounts. Think about real estate, think about dividend stocks, side hustles, or even starting a business. And the best part is, you don't need a lot of money to start. You need to just take that first step towards building your financial freedom. The earlier you start, the more time your investments will have to grow, and the more freedom you're going to have over your life and living it on your terms, just like I'm doing now. It's not about rejecting the idea of planning for your future. It's about doing it in a way that gives you flexibility and control, and it opens up opportunities along the way. You can see back on the early days of my YouTube channel, I was investing for the very first time. I started really slow. I was literally investing, I think, as little as $5 a week. And I was just consistent over time. Now, I've built up savings of over $100,000, probably 3 or 4 times now in my life. And then I just keep using it to generate income generating assets, buy into real estate, and continue building out businesses along the way. All right, now that you made it this far into the video, I want to give a shout out to this one right here. This is a simple investment strategy that is going to completely solve your consumeristic tendencies. And if you guys want to join the newsletter that I have, why don't you click over here? It's going to take you to my website, and it's got tons of practical financial tips that I'm going to be sending along the way. So thank you guys for checking out this video, and have a great day.